So in this lesson, we'll be seeing on project settings. So in our previous lab, we have seen completely about organization settings and the menu options that is available for an entire organization perspective. So now let us drill down into a project and we'll be seeing more about project settings. So just go into any of your projects, okay, and in the bottom you will see this option called as project settings. Click on that project settings, and if you remember, it will be similar to your organization settings as well. But whatever changes that you're doing it in an organization settings will be applicable to all the projects, but whatever changes that you're doing it on your project settings will be applicable only for this particular projects. That's the difference. Okay, so again I have an option to actually choose the to change my project name and description, and I can choose the visibility from private to public. Whatever I wanted to do, I can just do it accordingly. And I have team members where you can see by default this project name is DevOps Demo 1, so DevOps Demo 1 team will be available. If I wanted to create any new team, I can just create it as DevOps team. Okay, and I can just add a member. So at present it's only me, so I'm just adding it, and I can just give a description as DevOps team. Okay, and I'm the administrator of it, and I'm just giving a permission as contributors. Fine, I can just create it. So now if you see, DevOps team is created and DevOps demo team 1, which is going to be a default project 1 team, is created. So whatever the name I wanted to give, I can just give it, and what are the people I wanted to do, I can do it, and I can make this as a default team as well if I wanted. The next is permissions. Again, we have seen the default permissions available. One is build administrators, who can actually create, modify and delete the build definitions. Next is contributors, who can just able to add, modify and delete items within this team project, and project administrators, who can do everything on this project, and project valid users, who will be having valid access to these projects, and readers will be only the read-only access. DevOps team, the one that we created, and DevOps team 1 demo, which is going to be the default project name containing team. Okay, so if I wanted to add someone on the project administrators, I can just go inside and then go to the members section, and I can click on add. So depending on whatever the groups that you wanted to have people to add, you can just go over here and click on members and add. And if you wanted to see the list of users, click on this users over here, you will see the list of users available. Again, the next will be notification. So this will be the notification that is available for each and every project available. So whether whatever the name of whatever the build, whatever the code pushed or pipeline, anything, I can just ask them to be notifying to this particular teams. Okay, and if I wanted to add anything new, I can click on this new subscription, and I can add whatever the things that I wanted. Like for example, after every release is completed or every deployment is completed, I need to be notified. So whether for any specific team project or if I wanted for any projects, I can just click on this, and then I can just tell them like notify any particular individual or notify to a particular group as well. So whatever the name I wanted, I can just give it over here, and then automatically I'll be notified it to the particular people. Next is service hooks. Okay, so this is actually a separate topic. Service hooks and service connections, we will be seeing it as a separate topic, but here I'll just give you what is a service hooks. Service hooks is nothing but it is an area which you can integrate with your favorite services. Okay, for example, if I wanted to get integrated from Azure DevOps to Jenkins, or if I wanted to get integrated from Azure DevOps to Docker, or Azure DevOps to Slack, Azure DevOps to Teams, whatever it is, I can just use this service hooks option. Okay, so I will be covering a separate topic on service hooks and this service connection across. The next is dashboards. Dashboards are the areas where you can actually ask the team members to create and modify and other things over here. So let me first try to delete the team because it says I do not have a required permission. So I'm just trying to delete the team that I am created. Okay, and DevOps team has my name and everything. Okay, good. And then I'm just adding myself to the project administrators. Okay, I'm added to the project administrators, and now when I'll just find out like why I'm not having a permission. I think I have been added somewhere as a contributor. That's the reason. Okay, and dashboards are the place where you can actually create and edit and delete the dashboards. Whatever I wanted to do, I can just make it enable or disable for it. Okay, the next is under boards. So these are all under general settings. The next is under boards. So under boards, whatever I want to do, I can just do it. I can just create a new child, or I can just create a new areas across. I can just add a multiple sprints. Whatever I want to do, I can just do it. And then I can just change the team configurations, like starting of the week can be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or I can just make starting of the week as Sunday. So I can just add whatever the things I wanted to get it added. And I can even get it connected to the GitHub accounts to the board. So I can just connect my GitHub account to this Azure DevOps, so that whatever the task that is created on the GitHub will be automatically shown over here as well. And next is repositories. Clicking on repositories, you will see the list of repositories that is being available on our project. I can just go to the settings and see what is that. I can go to the policies and I can see, we have already seen in our lab like what is policies across the branching policies and the pull request policies and everything that we have seen. And I can see the permissions for this particular repositories. So if I wanted to delete any repositories, I can just click on this triple dot over here, and then I can just click on delete, or I can rename a project. So I can just click on delete, and then I just need to give the name of the repository, and then when I click on delete, the project will be deleted. That's how you can add your repository, or you can delete your repository over here. The next is pipelines, and this is again a separate topic on the whole. We'll be covering how to create a pipeline, how do you create an agent, how do you create your agent pools and everything over here. So this is the same thing that we have seen in an organization, where you can add your agent pool of your choice, and then you can go inside, and then you just need to click on the new agent, and then you need to download the agent according to your particular OS, and then you just need to follow these commands and get the agent installed. So we'll be having a separate topic on how to do an agent installation, how to create an agent pools and everything. This is again the parallel jobs, which is same as your organization settings. So by default it has one parallel job available for free tier, but when you have your self-hosted agent, you can have multiple parallel jobs running together. Okay, and this is again settings. Under settings, you can see how many days I can keep my artifacts available, how many days do I need to keep it run, and how many recent pipelines do I need to retain. So all these areas is called as your retention and backup policy. So all those things will be available over here. And this is on the test management. If I wanted to have any system detection, if I wanted to use test lines for a particular pipelines, all these options can be available on this test management area. If I don't need, I can just make it as off. Okay, the next is release retention. So again, this is going to be your retention policy for release. So how many days do I need to keep a release, and what is the number of days I need to keep it, what is the retention policy I wanted to have permanently, how many days I can destroy my release. So all those changes I can do it on my release settings. This is the important topic, which is service connection. And as I was telling you about service hooks and service connection, we will have a separate lab. But this service connection is nothing but it is helps to create a connection for all the other areas. So like for example, I can connect from Azure, I can connect to Bitbucket, Chef, Docker, GitHub, Jenkins, Jira. So whatever the areas I wanted to get it connected, I can just click on this, and then I can click on next. I need to give the URL, and then I just need to give a username and password and verify, and then give a connection name, and boom, Azure DevOps and the other third-party tool will be connected automatically. So we'll also see this as part of our separate lab. And this is XAML build services. So this is not that much of useful, but again, if you wanted any of your XAML to be connected, you can just add your Azure subscription over here, so that this XML will be automatically connected to your Azure subscription. And this is on the test retention side. So if I wanted to click on, or if I wanted to keep any test cases or other things, I can use this option to do the backup and retention for my particular test. And on the overview section, one important thing is like you will see all these Azure DevOps services available, like boards, repos, pipelines, test plans, and artifacts. So if you think like you don't need a test plans, you can just remove that. And then when you refresh this page, by default, if you see test plans are available. So when I turn off this feature, I can just refresh it and I see the test plans is not available. And when you want it back on, click on this on button, and then do a refresh, and you'll see the test plans coming out. So this is going to be your toggling features. So this is called as feature flagging. So when you want certain features, you can make it on. When you want certain features, you can make it off. So this is called as your feature flaggings. So on the whole, this is going to be your project settings overview, and whatever the changes that you're doing it on a project settings will be applicable only for this projects. Whatever the changes that you're doing it on an organization settings will be available for the entire projects. So if you guys have any doubts or anything, please feel free to reach out. Until then, thank you.